Hey everybody, Handsome Matty back again. I got our parts in, or at least the box came in. I haven't checked them. We're opening them up right now. This is the main one that we were looking for. We'll open it up and see if we get the right one. Valve cover gasket, and then our should be a side cover gasket here. They don't skimp on the packaging. I don't remember if I got a gasket set or if I just got the sump cover gasket. They give you enough cardboard. And that should be it. Alright. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Whoa. I suppose it would be bad if I ripped the gasket. Alright, there's that film. And my workbench is terrible right now. Let's see. And that looks right. Alright, and then that's the valve cover gasket. I probably didn't actually need it, but it was kind of cheap. Alright, then the big one is whether or not the cam is right. Nope. Feels plastic. And I don't need the instructions. It looks like on this thing, the compression release is like separate. It just kind of pegs in, and then there's like a little spring that holds it in place. That guy sure does look right. I'll check it on the sump cover. Fits in there properly. I think I got the timing mark over there. Yep. Lifters are in. This is a little trick because the push rods, I didn't pull the push rods out. That kind of got to make sure that the push rods are in there properly. Like now if I push on that one, the intake valve moves. So I'm gonna probably have to cut you off here because I need two hands. Oh no, there we go. Put that in there like that. Guy like that, and push that one there. And then if there we go. Alright, so I'm gonna have to cut you off to put the cam in. Check you on in just a second. Okay, when you get the cam in the box, you do have to install the compression release. Just kind of follow the instructions on the sheet of paper that they give. The other thing that you have to, well, that's gone now. Watch out for is there are valve springs that they supply with the kit. You have to, according to the instructions, replace the valve springs. If the camshaft you're replacing was cast iron, I would assume the cast iron has a stronger valve spring. With the plastic cam, you need to have a bit weaker of a valve spring so that you don't mess up the cam. Since our cam shaft was plastic and replacing it with plastic, I'm not going to mess around with the valve springs. I'm going to put the sump cover on, torque the bolts down, and then should be getting pretty close to putting the engine back on the frame. Hey everybody, Handsome Matty Fixes back. Rototiller is pretty much all done. I got to put the weight back up on the front. The reassembly, I didn't really film a lot of it because it's kind of hard to hold the camera and kind of put everything together. The main things that we found on here, of course on the engine, the camshaft was broke or the cam gears were stripped out. Looks like they ran it low on oil. I ran it for probably about a half hour so far. It seems to be working pretty decent. Doesn't seem to be making any bad noises. I'll leave it run for a while, and then I do believe I'm going to have to go in and adjust the valves, which you should do every year or so. The tiller shaft bearings were, not so much the bearings were, the bushings were okay, but the housing was pretty destroyed. Made some plates to weld that back together. It's okay. The bushings are not perfectly straight. There's a pretty good amount of tension on the tiller shaft, but it seems to be working okay. And then I imagine as the tiller shaft works, it's going to eventually wear itself in. The gear case through there, like you saw when we were getting the axle shaft or the rims off the axle shaft, was pretty cruddy inside. We got everything cleaned up, put a pound of grease in everywhere. There's a little fill hole in the top that I imagine every once in a while you have to refill it. It runs pretty good. I did order a new carb for it. I did not put it on. I popped the bowl off when I had the engine on the bench. Relatively clean. It seems to run okay. I tilled up a little bit for a couple minutes. It seems to be working okay. I did not replace the belt or anything like that. So far, so good. Total money that we put into it, I think from jack small engine, the camshaft, and sump cover, I think it was about $35 into the engine to get that working. And then in the tiller frame itself, we had to replace that 50 pitch 18-tooth sprocket on the tiller shaft. Was wore out. I think that sprocket was about $8 or $9, and then a couple dollars shipping, so probably $12. So 32, 42, about $45. So total investment in everything, probably around $50 thereabouts with oil and everything. The only thing, like I said, left to do is to put the concrete weight box on the front, but I need a couple fasteners for that. On the fastener bucket, I got a few bolts left over. I did replace some because a lot of the fasteners that were on a lot of the guards and stuff were really corroded and there wasn't many threads left. So I didn't even bother trying to clean them up. I just put some new grade 5 fasteners in and put it together. So like I say, it seems to be a pretty decent machine now. It seems to till and go. It's getting to be the end of the season now, so I'm not really going to use it much anymore. But if you got any questions, put it down in the comments below. Stuff like this, just got to figure it out, get after it, fix it. This one we had to do some machining, some welding, engine repair, a little bit of everything. If I had to go out and buy one of these brand new, I think these rear tines are $600-700. One like this I think is around $600-700. So fixing it up for $50 and doing some maintenance on it, not a bad deal. Might keep it, might sell it, don't really know. So thanks for all for watching, and I'll see y'all later.